Welcome to Blue Talks.
Hello, my name is Davis Hahn. Glad to be here in Miami today. And I'd like to share a story. We're in Miami, and of course there are a lot of Cuban folks here. And I have kind of a special relationship with the country of Cuba. I enjoyed going there. I attended the only university in the world dedicated to canine life studies, Bergen University of Canine Studies, currently called Bergen College of Canine Studies, founded by Dr. Benita Bergen, who founded the service dog concept. Instead of getting a motorhome and doing what you're supposed to do in your 60s, she took on the US government and got a college accredited. It's the only one of its kind in the world. People come from all over the world to teach and learn about dogs to help man. As I've said before, the more we complicate our world, the more we turn to dogs for a solution. And this is the university where those solutions come to mind. So I read a magazine article one day called Havana Dreaming. One day Americans would be able to go to Havana, Cuba. The Cubans for 70 years were like rats trapped in a cage and they weren't allowed to leave the island. But the Americans weren't allowed to go to Cuba either. So there's a little travel issue on both sides of the equation. But I dreamed about it. It seemed like a fascinating country with a wild history, but we couldn't go there. But then President Obama got elected and he encouraged people-to-people contacts, right? Which was kind of a cool thing, I think. And I wanted to go, and he said, you could go if it's pursuant to academic research in conjunction with an accredited US university with the likelihood of your findings being published. The problem was Bergen University of Canine Studies was not accredited at that point. So that kept me from going there. But then Bonnie walked into a classroom one day, hey, we got accredited. Boy, bells and whistles started going off. So I researched the internet. How do you get a dog into Cuba? Well, the communist government of Cuba doesn't put a lot on the internet, trust me. Their people at the time, their citizens, weren't even allowed access to the internet. So I decided I wasn't going to go. But then I had a classmate who said, Dave, you're a great guy, but you're nothing without your dog. And you know what? She was right. So I got all kinds of papers in English and Spanish, and I said, I'm going to go. I just hope they don't take my dog. Well, I dressed my dog up as John Lennon. Imagine all the people living as one, right? And I said, we're going to go into Cuba. So I bought toys for the Cuban children. I bought crates for the veterinarians, packed one crate inside the other crate, put the toys in, put my clothes in. So I had